If you want to become a master in developing these deep, long-lasting relationships in business, you really have to understand body language, because body language is extremely important. Think about our everyday communication. Just some of it is about the verbal signals. Now, most of our communication is non-verbal. It's about your body language, your facial expressions, and so on. Now, it's really important. Now, think about a situation from your childhood, or maybe your teen years, okay, if you're a bit older. Now, imagine that you were watching the television and then your parents just switched off the volume at some point because they had a very important phone call to make, okay? Now, could you still understand what was going on? Of course you could, because you could see all this body language, you could understand all those interactions without even listening to what people were saying. And basically this is what's happening every single day. You know, sometimes you look at the person and you know what's going on straight away. You don't even have to speak, you know what's going on. And the same applies to networking, to business environment. When you approach people, when you start talking to them, when you initiate that interaction, it's not just about what you are saying, but how you are saying it, how you project yourself. And it's very, very important to have this positive body language. So in this video, I'm just going to give you a couple of very simple tips that you can implement straight away, and I can guarantee you quick results, okay? So the first thing is, you know, the difference between the open position and the closed position. As you can see, I have very open position now. Basically, I'm projecting that I'm open, you know, I'm genuine. I mean what I say. Now, how would you feel if I was talking to you like this? How would you feel? You would feel that I'm a bit defensive, maybe I'm not genuine, maybe I'm not telling the truth. So it's very important to approach business situations with open position. Never cross your arms, okay? It's not just about this. Never do this. Never do all these things. Don't cover your body, because it projects that you may be a little bit insecure. Maybe you lack confidence, you don't feel comfortable, and so on and so on. So always keep the open positions. Always try to show your palms, because there is something about showing your palms that demonstrates that, you know, you are willing to build the relationship with the other person and that you are genuine. Now, another thing is that never touch your face. I mean, obviously, if something, you know, if it's a bit itchy, you know, you can scratch yourself, but really avoid touching your face, and especially avoid covering your mouth. Because what's happening is that the moment you touch your face, and especially the moment you cover your mouth, people can sense on the subconscious level that something is wrong. You seem less genuine. You seem like you may be lying. Because when we were kids, you know, when you have a small kid and you know, he is lying to his mother, what usually happens is that he's covering his face. So the mother is saying, "Oh, Johnny, did you eat that chocolate?" And he's like, "No, it wasn't me, it wasn't me." If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, this is what's happening, right? So we adults, we do the same thing, just not to that extent, okay? We cover our faces just a little bit, but the other person can sense it. Now, another thing is the handshake. When you start an interaction with a new person, make sure that you have a very strong and very firm handshake. Avoid this fish handshake, because some people give you this limp hand and it doesn't really project too much confidence. By the way, sorry for the sounds, because I'm on the beach right now and they are actually cleaning the sand right now. So sorry for if the sound is if it's a bit too loud. But basically what's happening is when you give limp hand, it shows that you have some insecurities. It shows that you're not totally sure about yourself. It doesn't project too much confidence, and that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is to give them a very firm handshake. Basically, show them that you are confident, that you believe in your abilities, that you are a strong individual. Another very important thing is your smile. Always smile. And of course, I don't want you to overdo it. You shouldn't just walk in and be like, "Hi, my name is..." It's fake, right? You shouldn't smile in a fake way, but always focus on this. Try to smile at least a little bit, just to show to the other person that you're cool, that you are nice, that you are relaxed, okay? That you don't take yourself too seriously. It's very, very important. And the last thing I would like to talk about is your eye contact, okay? Basically paying attention to maintaining that direct eye contact. Because what some people do is, when they meet that new person, they kind of wander around with their eyes and they seem disinterested. You know, they are wondering, "Oh, maybe I should speak to that person." Especially, you know, your networking events or conference, there are many people around. So instead of focusing on that one person you're talking to, you're simply just looking around like, "Oh, yes, okay, I agree with that. And that other person can basically sense that you are not fully engaged in the conversation, that you're basically looking for some sort of way out. You shouldn't do it. If you want to build really deep relationships with people, if you want to find a common ground, build a connection straight away, then you should fully focus on them. Now, I made separate videos solely about eye contact, but one quick trick I can give you is that if you find it difficult, if you can't really look people directly in the eyes because you feel uncomfortable, try to look here. Maybe look at their mouth, because the reality is that they will still think that you are looking into their eyes, but you feel way more comfortable looking somewhere here, all right? So that's my last tip. I'm gonna make more of these videos about body language because I get so many different messages on YouTube. I get emails, you know, people who attend my courses, they constantly ask me about body language, body language, body language. So I will definitely make sure that I'll make more of these videos about different tips, but for now on, I think that this is enough. If you implement those tips during your next networking event, I can guarantee you some tremendous results.